2,000 residents, 2,500 cars a day, 1 minute to groceries. That town is in Texas, and it holds the #1 spot on this countdown of 12 places where retirement means zero traffic. You might assume retiring in Texas means Houston's I-10 at rush hour or the grind of Dallas sprawl. 12 towns prove otherwise. Each was scored on a 100-point scale. Real drive times to groceries, pharmacies, doctors, and hospitals. Penalized for congestion, rewarded for genuine access to daily life. No tourism board claims, just numbers. The countdown starts at number 12, in a quiet stretch of central Texas. Number 12, Schulenburg, Texas operates under a simple rule. If you can't reach a hospital in under 20 minutes, the score drops. Here, daily errands stay brief. A 4-minute drive for groceries, 3 to the pharmacy, 5 to primary care. The town's 2024 population estimate stands at 3,600, with a median home value of $180,000 and an effective property tax rate of 2.20%, or about $3,960 per year, according to Fayette County records and U.S. Census Quick Facts. You'll find the roads calm, with a provisional count of roughly 3,500 vehicles per day, though the official TXDOT STARS number still awaits confirmation. Schulenburg's German heritage is more than a slogan. The annual Mayfest and historic downtown are documented by the town's own records. But the nearest acute care hospital, Fayette County Medical Center in LaGrange, is 25 minutes away, verified through CMS Care Compare and Texas Health and Human Services. That gap in medical backup means a lower score for medical depth, despite reliable access for everyday needs. The channel promises documented drive times, real service distances, and housing figures, never empty tourism slogans. Schulenburg lands at number 12 for its predictably short local trips, but the long hospital drive keeps it from climbing higher. Number 11. Mineola, Texas stands as an East Texas railroad town, where daily errands are measured in minutes, not miles. With a 2020 population near 4,800 and a median home value around $180,000, the annual property tax bill comes out to approximately $3,816 at Wood County's effective rate of 2.12%, a figure confirmed by county records and the U.S. Census Quick Facts. Grocery runs take about 3 minutes, pharmacy stops 4, and the drive to a primary care clinic clocks in at 5. These short trips keep life predictable, a rare commodity in a state where commutes can easily stretch past the half-hour mark. But the hospital is a different story. The closest acute care facility is roughly 30 minutes away, a gap that weighs heavily in the town's access score. The reported traffic count, about 6,200 vehicles per day, remains unverified by the Texas Department of Transportation, leaving some uncertainty about congestion. Though no major highways cut through the core, Mineola's identity is shaped by its historic rail corridor, still active, but serving more as a landmark than a source of gridlock. Here, the essentials are close at hand, but the longer trip for hospital care keeps Mineola at number 11, just below towns with stronger local medical depth. Number 10. Salado, Texas, balances a peaceful historic Main Street with the full force of Interstate 35 just steps away. The town's roots reach back to 1859, with a preserved courthouse-style square and a population of about 5,500 according to the 2020 census. Homes here carry a median value near $275,000, and Bell County's 2.18% effective property tax rate means an annual bill of roughly $5,995. Numbers confirmed by county records. If you live in Salado, grocery runs take 4 minutes, pharmacy trips 3, and primary care is 5 minutes away. But the nearest hospital, Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in Belton, sits at a 20-minute drive. Interstate 35, however, is the wild card. Official Texas Department of Transportation counts put daily traffic at about 70,000 vehicles, with peak hour delays of 8 to 10 minutes, and both construction and holiday surges can turn a quick errand into a slow crawl. While the town core remains calm, the unpredictability of interstate congestion makes daily access less reliable than most on this list. Salado lands at number 10 because, even with close services, the regional friction from Interstate 35 traffic lowers its standing under the access rule. Number 9. Palacios, Texas, brings the Gulf Coast into the countdown with a rare combination: daily errands measured in minutes, but every coastal risk and specialist journey stacked just beyond the town limits. The population hovers near 12,000 by the 2024 estimate, a median home value of $170,000, and Matagorda County's 2.15% effective property tax rate mean an annual bill around $3,655, according to county records. Grocery runs take about 2 minutes, pharmacy trips 3, and primary care is 5 minutes away, distances that make daily life feel frictionless. The regional hospital is a 15-minute drive, but tertiary care sits a full 90 minutes distant, so any specialist trip becomes a planned expedition. Flood maps show most of Palacios within FEMA's Moderate Risk Zone X, with some waterfront parcels in Zone AE. The NOAA slosh model confirms the town sits inside the hurricane storm surge corridor. Insurance premiums reflect this, with the reported 12% increase for 2026 still unverified by state filings, but local agents cite annual costs near $5,400 when factoring in windstorm coverage. For routine living, traffic is light, and no interstate threatens the town core. But when evacuation or urgent care is needed, the coastal setting turns every mile into a calculation. Palacios earns the number 9 rank because close daily access cannot outweigh the friction of coastal exposure and distant specialty medicine. 8th place belongs to Jefferson, Texas, where the streets stay quiet and the price of entry is low, but the story gets complicated as soon as you look beyond the surface. The projected population sits at 2,002, and the median home value hovers near $130,000. 2 numbers that might make a retiree's budget breathe easier. Marion County's effective property tax rate stands at 2.20%, so the annual bill on that median house comes out to about $2,860, according to U.S. Census Quick Facts and county records. Grocery trips clock in at 3 minutes, pharmacy runs at 2, and primary care at 4, distances that feel almost urban in their convenience. The town's reported traffic volume, roughly 2,800 vehicles per day, would rank among the lowest in East Texas, but the latest Texas Department of Transportation annual average daily traffic figures remain unverified for 2024 to 2025, so that number is provisional. There's a catch. Jefferson sits within the Sabine River floodplain, and FEMA flood maps confirm a moderate risk, with major flood events recorded in both 1998 and 2015. Insurance premiums reflect this exposure, often outpacing the low home values, especially after the 2021 winter storm. Medical access is the final hurdle. While there are clinics and pharmacies in town, no licensed acute care hospital currently operates in Marion County, according to the Texas Department of State Health Services and CMS Care Compare. The nearest full-service emergency room is in Longview, about 30 minutes away. A planned micro-hospital promises improvement, but as of August 2026, it remains under construction. In Jefferson, the promise of easy, traffic-free living is real until the floodwaters rise or an ambulance is needed. That's why Jefferson lands at number 8, where light traffic and low housing costs are held back by flood risk and unresolved hospital access. Number 7. Port Lavaca, Texas, operates on a scale that feels neither isolated nor overwhelming. With a population around 12,000 and a median home value of $190,000, the annual property tax bill comes to about $4,180 at Calhoun County's 2.20% effective rate, according to county records. Grocery runs average 2 minutes, pharmacy trips 3, and primary care sits just 4 minutes away, each a quick drive by any standard. The local hospital is a reported 20 minutes from most neighborhoods, but that figure and the addresses involved remain provisional until verified against CMS Care Compare and Texas DSHS listings. For more advanced care, the journey stretches to 85 minutes, raising the stakes when time matters most. Daily traffic counts hover near 4,800 vehicles, but the latest Texas Department of Transportation annual average daily traffic data remains unconfirmed, leaving a small question mark over congestion. Port Lavaca's coastal setting brings both charm and risk. FEMA maps show flood zone exposure along the shoreline, and NOAA's slosh models place the town within the hurricane storm surge corridor. Insurance premiums reflect this, with annual costs near $5,400 when windstorm coverage is included, based on recent filings and local agent reports. The town's service network covers daily needs efficiently, but the distance to tertiary care and coastal hazards keep Port Lavaca at number 7, balancing easy errands against the friction of living on the Gulf.
Number 6. Rockport, Texas, sits on the Gulf with a population of 10,683 and a reported median home value near $215,000, according to Point2 Homes and census data. The effective property tax rate in Aransas County is 2.25%, which translates to an annual bill of about $4,838 on that median house, an amount confirmed by county records. Grocery runs average 3 minutes, pharmacy stops take 2, primary care is 4 minutes away, and the local hospital, Aransas County Medical Center, is a 12-minute drive from most neighborhoods. These numbers reflect a town where daily errands stay short, but the roughly 6,500 vehicles per day reported by TxDOT, combined with heavier seasonal visitor traffic, mean that reliability is never guaranteed year-round. Unlike smaller or more isolated towns, Rockport's service base is broad. You'll find more choices for groceries, pharmacies, and clinics than in most places this size. But the same amenities that draw retirees also attract tourists, pushing up costs and making storm evacuations or insurance renewals a regular part of life. The nearest advanced specialty care is in San Antonio, a trip that can take over 2 hours on a good day. Insurance premiums have climbed by a reported 13% since the 2021 winter freeze, with coastal exposure and FEMA flood zone status adding to the total. Rockport lands at number 6 because, while its daily services are close and convenient, the unpredictability of seasonal traffic and coastal risk keeps its roads and costs less predictable than the towns ranked higher under the traffic and daily access rule. Number 5. Llano, Texas, is where the numbers start to reinforce the promise of easy living. With a population right around 3,500 and a median home value of $210,000, Llano sits in the hill country but avoids the isolation that can make daily errands a chore. The county's effective property tax rate stands at 2.30%, translating to an annual bill of about $4,830 for that median house, based on Llano County appraisal records. Grocery shopping is a 2-minute drive, the pharmacy is 3, primary care takes 5, and the local hospital is just 12 minutes away, each destination confirmed by recent route audits and business listings. For anything more advanced, though, the trip stretches to 45 minutes, with regional specialty care anchored in Austin. The main roads, State 29 and US 87, carry a reported 4,200 vehicles per day, a figure that awaits TxDOT's next public release, but still falls well below the state's rural congestion threshold. Riverfront parcels demand a closer look at FEMA flood maps. While most of town is low to moderate risk, some properties near the Llano River require extra scrutiny. Here, a small population does not mean a lack of services, but the need for specialty medicine still means a regional drive. Llano is number 5 because it nails the short trip pattern for daily needs, but backup care remains a commitment that keeps it out of the top 4 under the traffic and daily access rule. Number 4. Gonzales, Texas, proves that a larger service town can still deliver short, reliable drives to daily essentials
without falling into metro-style congestion. With a population of about 12,740, Gonzales supports a full grocery run in 4 minutes, a pharmacy in 2, primary care in 5, and a hospital in 12, each measured by real street addresses and route audits, not guesswork. The median home value is $206,700, according to Texas Ally, and the median household income stands at $59,521. The 3.68% figure often quoted for property taxes is actually a 2024 tax increase announced by Gonzales Healthcare Systems, not a confirmed effective annual rate. Anyone considering a move here should verify the true rate with the county appraisal office before making a decision. The town sits on US 90 and State 97, with a reported daily traffic count near 5,500 vehicles, though the latest Texas Department of Transportation average annual daily traffic data for 2024 to 2025 is still pending and should be treated as provisional. For specialty medicine, the nearest regional cardiology center is around 45 minutes away in San Antonio, a distance that keeps the medical depth score in check. In Gonzales, dependable access to groceries, pharmacies, and clinics is a daily reality, supported by a service base that small, quieter towns just can't match. The recurring cost of living, from property taxes to insurance, is a separate calculation from the question of road reliability, and both deserve attention. Gonzales earns the number 4 rank because its size supports access, but moderate traffic and uncertain tax details keep it outside the top 3 under the traffic, congestion, and daily access rule. Coming to the top 3, Bandera, Texas, marks the shift from everyday convenience to real consequence. With just 833 residents according to the 2020 census, Bandera is one of the smallest towns in the countdown. The median home value, estimated from county data, sits at $150,000, and Bandera County's 2.27% effective property tax rate means an annual bill of about $3,405. Grocery shopping is a quick 2-minute drive, the pharmacy is 5 minutes, and primary care is 7. These are the strongest local access numbers reported for any town this size. But the acute care hospital is a full 30 minutes away in Kerrville, a distance that changes the calculation when a prescription refill turns into a medical emergency. Cardiology and other specialist visits require a 70-minute trip to San Antonio, making advanced care a rare event rather than a routine option. Local roads carry fewer than 3,000 vehicles per day, though the latest TXDOT STARS data is still pending, so every claim about Bandera's traffic volumes must be treated as provisional. Unlike busier towns, Bandera's quiet streets are a direct result of its 1970s highway bypass, which preserved the historic square and kept through traffic out. Yet, the same isolation that makes errands frictionless also means that when minutes matter, the road stretches out. Bandera lands at number 3 because its local roads are among the quietest in Texas, but the hospital and specialist distances keep it from taking the top spot under the traffic, congestion, and daily access rule. In second place, Burnet, Texas stands out as the practical choice for anyone who wants the full package: reliable healthcare, affordable homes, and daily errands that rarely stretch past a few minutes. The population sits near 6,000, with a median home value of $250,000 and a median household income of $62,000, according to Texas Ally and U.S. Census data. Burnet County's property tax rate is 2.15%, so the annual bill on that median house comes in around $5,375, a figure confirmed by county records. Grocery runs are a 3-minute drive. The pharmacy is 2 minutes away, primary care takes just 4, and the local Balcones Regional Medical Center is 10 minutes from most neighborhoods, all verified through CMS Care Compare and official health system directories. The presence of both urgent care and a full-service hospital within city limits puts Burnet ahead of smaller towns that can't match its medical depth. Regional specialist appointments are about 45 minutes away in Austin, a distance that's manageable for most, but still a step removed from the immediate access of a major city. The daily traffic count hovers around 7,500 vehicles, and peak hour delays average 3 to 5 minutes. Not gridlock, but enough to remind you that Burnet is a growing county seat, not a time capsule. The Courthouse Square, built in 1883, remains the social and civic heart, while the absence of an interstate bypass keeps the core accessible without the chaos of highway sprawl. If you want a place where the essentials are close, the roads are manageable, and the hospital is never out of reach, Burnet is the most objectively appealing all-around option. But recognition comes at a cost. Development and weekend lake traffic mean busier roads than the winter, so Burnet lands at number 2 under the traffic, congestion, and daily access rule. And finally, in first place, Mason. Texas delivers the most extreme example of traffic-free retirement living found anywhere in the state. In a town of just 2,000 people, daily life is measured in minutes, not miles. The median home value stands at $259,800, with a median household income reported at $63,000 according to the American Community Survey. Mason County's effective property tax rate is 2.30%, so the annual bill on a $260,000 home comes out to approximately $5,980 as confirmed by county records. Here, the drive to the grocery store clocks in at 1 minute, the pharmacy is 2, and primary care is 3, each route measured, not guessed. The local hospital sits 15 minutes away, providing basic inpatient care, but anything beyond that means a 70-minute trip to Austin for specialist appointments. The roads themselves are almost empty by Texas standards. TxDOT's most recent counts for State 29 and US 87 list daily traffic near 2,500 vehicles, placing Mason among the lowest quartile of rural towns statewide. There's no interstate, no bypassed main drag, and no commuter surge, just a historic courthouse square where nearly every essential errand begins and ends. The 1970s rerouting of US 87 shifted through traffic to the edge of town, leaving the core as quiet as a private drive, a fact documented in the Texas State Historical Association's highway records. Even at peak hours, the difference between the fastest and slowest observed drive time rarely exceeds 30 seconds, according to reproducible routing audits using TxDOT GIS layers and OSRM travel time models. But quiet comes at a price. For advanced medical care, the nearest specialist is a regional drive away, and the lack of congestion means you'll make that trip without delay, but you'll make it often if your health requires it. Would you trade a longer specialist journey for roads this predictable? Mason ranks number 1 for combining the state's lowest reported traffic with the shortest, most reliable access to daily necessities, even if medical depth lags behind larger towns under the traffic, congestion, and daily access rule. Across all 12 communities, one truth stands. Low traffic and real access aren't found in total isolation or big city sprawl. They exist where population, distance, and daily needs balance out. Whether a town has 2,300 or 12,000 residents, predictable drives mean less stress and fewer surprise costs for retirees. In Texas, beating congestion isn't about going remote. It's about finding a place built for daily living, not just passing through. Subscribe for more fact-driven rankings. Our next investigation starts soon.